Hey there, and welcome back to another heart-pounding journey with us. Today, we're diving deep into the unknown, where danger lurks around every corner in some of the scariest and most spine-tingling places on our planet. Whether it's the wild side of Mother Nature or the secrets of the supernatural, these places sure ain't for the lighthearted. And trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for the last one. It is truly shocking. So, let's get started. Number 10. Snake Island. The Ilha da Queimada Grande, popularly known as Snake Island. It's one of the most terrifying islands in the world. The golden lancehead viper, one of the world's most poisonous snakes, being the primary inhabitant of this tiny isolated island, you can well imagine. With an estimated 1 to 5 snakes per square meter, these dangerous serpents are pretty much crawling all over. After the last ice age ended, the island was cut off from the mainland by rising sea levels, and these snakes found themselves stuck on the island thousands of years ago. Public access has been banned by the government because of the extreme hazard, making it one of the forbidden islands in the world. To learn more about the equally terrifying island of Dolls in Mexico, check out our video in the link below. Number 9. North Sentinel. North Sentinel Island, a tiny speck in the Andaman Sea, might just be one of the most dangerous places on Earth. A remote and isolated island in the Indian Ocean, its inhabitants are a people called the Sentinelese, some of the last discovered tribes in the world. Isolated for centuries, these people have made it clear that they want to be left alone. Anyone attempting to visit this island has been met with extreme hostility. Neighboring tribes were wiped out after the British colonized their islands, and they lack immunity to common diseases like flu or measles, which could decimate their entire population. The Sentinelese are known to attack outsiders, and several tragic incidents have occurred when individuals venture too close. In 2006, 2 Indian fishermen, Sundaraj and Pandit Tiwari, who had moored their boat near North Sentinel to sleep, were killed when their boat broke loose and drifted onto the shore. So definitely, this island will not be making it to my island bucket list anytime soon. Number 8. Hoia Baciu Forest. Did you know that there's a supernatural forest in Romania, also known as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania? So what makes the Hoia Baciu Forest so special? Well, for starters, it's got a history packed with folklore and ghostly encounters. Named after a shepherd who vanished in the woods with his herd of 200 sheep over a century ago, never to be seen again. Chills. I mean, literal chills. To make it creepier, people who ventured into these woods have reported all sorts of eerie phenomena, from mysterious disappearances of people and animals to inexplicable UFO sightings. They say that sometimes, when you're deep in these woods, you might feel like you're being watched, like you're not alone. And that's not all. Visitors have shared hair-raising stories about capturing strange lights and shadowy figures on camera. Some have even claimed to feel sudden temperature drops, intense headaches, and overwhelming anxiety while exploring this spooky forest. Some believe it's the residual energy from the ancient rituals and battles that took place here, while others think it's all about the unique pull of magnetic fields in the area. Who knows? And do we dare to explore it firsthand? Didn't think so. Number 7. Boiling Lake. So, what's the deal with Boiling Lake? Well, as the name suggests, the Boiling Lake is a massive pot of steaming water, hot enough to cook your dinner, nestled deep within the lush rainforests of Dominica. If you think you can just rock up and take a casual stroll to get there, think again. Boiling Lake is a bubbling, roiling cauldron of grayish-blue water that releases steam and toxic gases from the volcanoes. It's not called Boiling Lake for nothing. With water temperatures up to a scorching 200 degrees Celsius, the lake is roughly 60 meters in diameter and approximately 15 meters deep. In fact, did you know, in 1901, a small steam and gas explosion from the Boiling Lake released harmful gases and killed 2 people who were at the edge of the piping hot lake. It's like the Earth's very own hot tub, but probably not one you'd want to take a dip in. Number 6. Fukushima. Next up, we'll head to Fukushima, a place that's been marked by one of the most devastating nuclear disasters in history. It all began with the Great East Japan earthquake and the powerful tsunami that followed in 2011. These twin disasters unleashed chaos, and at the center of it all was the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The nuclear plant experienced meltdowns, explosions, and the release of radioactive materials. It was a crisis that left the world in shock. Today, the situation has improved significantly as Fukushima is now home to a massive and ongoing cleanup and decontamination effort, and the area around the nuclear plant has been restricted, along with a number of safety measures put in place to protect residents and visitors. Number 5. Oymyakon, Russia. Now, let's journey to one of the most bone-chilling, ice-cold places on Earth. It's a place where you can literally freeze your boots off, the Oymyakon in Russia. Oymyakon is not just a place, it's a legend in itself. Oymyakon takes its name from Russian for water that doesn't freeze, which is kinda apt. Located in the Sakha Republic of Russia, it's often crowned as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Temperatures around here can plummet to unimaginable lows. We're talking negative 50 degrees Celsius on a typical winter day. In fact, the mercury has dipped as low as negative 67.7 degrees Celsius, with the lowest temperature ever recorded being 96.16 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 71.2 degrees Celsius back in 1924. So if you're ever planning to visit, don't forget to pack all of your sweaters, jackets, and Minsk hats. Number 4. Killer Mountain, Nanga Parbat K2. The Killer Mountain, as the name suggests, is home to one of the most dangerous treks in the world. K2 is not just a mountain, it's a legend, straddling along the Pakistan-China border in the heart of the Karakoram Range. It's the second highest peak on Earth, and with that lofty title comes a hint of danger and challenge like nowhere else. Climbing K2 ain't your casual mountain hike. It's the kind of adventure that makes even the most experienced mountaineers pause for thought and breath, I guess. The weather is unpredictable, the terrain is unforgiving, and the challenges are relentless. But what really makes this hike scary is its high fatality rate. The mountain has one of the highest fatality rates among the world's highest peaks. Climbers face a host of dangers, from avalanches and ice falls to extreme cold and tough terrain. The ascent to K2 is not just a climb, it's a life and death gamble. To add to the legend, did you know K2 was the last of the 8,000-meter peaks to be summited in winter of 2021? Number 3. North Korea. North Korea, or the Hermit Kingdom if you like, is a land of intrigue, mystery, and uncertainty. It's a place that has kept the world in the dark for decades. But what makes it so unique? Or should I say, dangerous? You see, North Korea is like a well-guarded vault of secrets. It's blanketed in political mysteries, where information flows as rarely as a comet. Visiting this country is like stepping into another dimension, where reality and propaganda merge. Locals have to follow a number of ridiculously strict rules and regulations, and failure to comply could lead to jail time, deportation, or maybe even worse. Internet access is limited for tourists. Mobile phones and international calls are monitored. Access to foreign media is also restricted. Once tourists leave the hotel to visit places, the hotel staff thoroughly checks the room. Once you return, you're not allowed to leave. Photography is restricted. Tourists can buy souvenirs, but these are often closely monitored to ensure that they don't contain subversive messages or hidden cameras. And trust me, we're barely scratching the surface here. Number 2. Bermuda Triangle. Growing up, we've all heard stories of the infamous Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle. It's located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. In modern times, it's gained a reputation for its bizarre incidents, from disappearing ships and aircraft to other strange phenomena. But what makes this place so dodgy? One of the most famous stories is the disappearance of Flight 19, when a squadron of US Navy planes vanished without a trace in 1945. Many other ships and aircraft have also been reported missing or drowned under mysterious circumstances in this exact spot, making this place a popular subject for countless conspiracy theories, legends, and ocean myths to date. Number 1. Naihehe Caves. Now for the grand finale, and like we warned you at the start, this will shock you. The only place on Earth where man-eating cannibals still live, the Naihehe Caves. Also known as the Cannibal Caves, this nightmarish place is located in the Sigatoka Valley of Fiji, with a rich and somewhat eerie history dating back to Fiji's warring tribes of the past, as they were once a refuge for Fiji's indigenous people during wars. And yes, some of these caves were indeed used for, well, you know, devouring human flesh. Cannibalism in Fiji had cultural and ritual significance, as it was believed to bring spiritual power and strength to those who participated in the human flesh-eating contest. And with that, we conclude our journey into some of the most dangerous, mysterious, and breathtaking places on Earth. If you liked our video, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you have interesting stories of your own dangerous travels, don't forget to comment. Till next time, happy and of course safe traveling.